Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jody and today we're continuing on in our color pencil comparison series, and we are coloring a page from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. We are coloring this page. We are doing a different brand of pencil in each box. So far we have had 5 in the series, so if you haven't already checked those out, they are listed in the playlist, so feel free to see which ones we've already covered. Today we are going to be doing a budget pencil, and this is actually the cheapest pencil I have ever bought. It was purchased at Walmart. It is a Staedtler Series 175. It's 24 colors, and let's get started. Along the series, I go through and answer a bunch of different questions, and so I'll answer those questions as we're coloring, and at the end of the video I will have a screenshot of my Excel spreadsheet that you can stop and pause and take a picture of should you wish to get all the details further. So let's bring you down. We are going to do this one here, so if you're motion sensitive, close your eyes for a moment, and we're gonna zoom in a bit. There we go. Okay, so this, as I mentioned, was the Staedtler pencils. They are not the Ergosoft. Staedtler has a bunch of pencil lines. This is the 175 series. They came pre-sharpened. They are a hexagonal barrel. They are not closed at the end, so you can see the core. They say Staedtler on them, 175, and that's it. There's no color name, no color number. These are one of their lowest lines of pencils, and I just thought it would be fun to try a very inexpensive line of pencil to see if we have fun coloring with them as much as we do maybe a more expensive brand. Not everybody has access to spend, $20, $40, $100 on a set of pencils. These pencils were less than $3. So they were at Walmart at back to school time, and they were $2.97 Canadian. So there's a huge difference. So I'm expecting to, I have used them on already a few coloring pages in cheaper papered type books, so Amazon type printed books. And I thought, why waste good pencils on Amazon books sometimes? So we have, let's show you the selection of colors, and I think we already have quite a bit of blue here, so I think we need something that kind of goes with blue but not. So I'm going to use the color wheel here, and we're going to go for orange. So we pull a few oranges out, and there's just one orange, so we may also pick that and say a deeper color. So let's see how these colors. Okay, let's see if I have a, okay, let's select those ones for now. Bring this back down. Okay, so this series 175 from Staedtler is the maximum number of pencils is 72. I purchased the 24 count. You can buy these both in store and online at Dick Blick, and I'm sure Amazon, although I did not check Amazon out myself. Okay, they come in a cardboard box, so nothing fancy, no tin, but for under $3 I'm not expecting anything other than a cardboard box, which was fine. None of the pencils have been broken. They are advertised as a break resistant core, so they're supposed to be stronger, and they certainly haven't, I haven't had any breakage issues as of yet. So that's a positive. As you expect, these pencils, there's no light fast rating, and in fact I could not even find out, nowhere was it published, the size of the core itself, although this is definitely under a 3mm core, so it's probably like two something. So there is very limited information on these lower end pencils, but that's fine. I think you always kind of get what you pay for sometimes, but so far the pigment is great. Let me switch to some. So there's a little bit of crumbling off the tip there, but that's not, they're not crumbling as I'm coloring, so they are a strong pencil. I'm doing probably medium pressure right now, and this is Johanna Basford's coloring book paper, so it's the ivory nice paper, so there is some good tooth. And the reason I'm doing them all on the same page is to give each pencil the same chance with the same paper and the same colorist. I use the same blending solution if I do use one, which is Gamsol. So that's a light layer. So there's definitely, if you want extra pigment, you're going to need to do a heavier layer or multiple layers. Okay, let's see how it blends. I'm going to use my Copic marker. Make sure the tip's clear. And just see how they dissolve. Do another layer before I blend it. I am having to work harder to get the amount of pigment I want off. So what I found interesting is there's no information on whether these are wax or oil based. I'm assuming that they're wax based, which is fine. There is no light fast information, which is also fine. These pencils themselves are made in China. So this is our second Chinese manufactured pencil brand. But what I found interesting was that the other lines of Staedtler pencils, the higher end or the next few steps up, are all made in Germany. So like the Ergosoft and their other higher end pencils, they have a few lines were made in Germany, but this, their most basic budget friendly line is made in China. So I just thought that was interesting that they had different manufacturers for their different lines. Sometimes I think we think, oh, all of the Staedtler ones, I would have assumed that they were made in the same country, but obviously not. So the other things, so the pros, I think, for these pencils is that they are extremely budget friendly. Anybody can get in the coloring game at $3. So that's nice. And that's for the 24 set. The 72 set, I believe, went for over $10. So that's still very reasonable and economic. There are no open stock, of course. You can purchase these, like I mentioned, both in stores and online. The other con is that there are no names, so I didn't bother swatching all these into my swatch book because there's no color number or color name anyways, so it's not like I'd be able to easily find a certain pencil anyways. With only 24, it also wasn't a big a big deal, because you only have so many, you know, oranges to choose from anyway. So I typically would swatch my stuff, but not always. So this is just a simple small flower. Would I recommend these? Sure. If you had a kid that wanted to color at school, these are perfect. You're not doing high-end art. And the fact that they're harder pencils, so you know, kids naturally press harder. They would not be snapping the cores and stuff. So that's actually can be a plus. There. Not sure how the light is. Okay, let's do some background. And we've got blue. I think we'll do a purple background. Got a few purples here. Let's just swatch them up beside you here. So that's kind of a bluey purple. So not what I'm looking for. That's pretty. This one. Okay. What I might do is these ones, the corners in this pinky, and then the rest in the purple. So I don't have a lot to say about these pencils other than they certainly are working better than the brand that I reviewed prior to this, which was the Color It. I have not had one breakage, and although it is taking a bit more work to get some pigment, it's fine to work with a pencil that isn't snapping constantly. So I would prefer to give two coats of something than constantly be wearing down my pencil because it was breaking. So let's give this a little try. Just lightly, I'll do a little darker in the corners, and then I'll lighten up. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're enjoying this series. We still have at least 4 more to go, and the center window or area is quite large, so I actually may break that into 2 different pencil brands. So there is a pencil brand out there for everyone. I do believe that. And sometimes it really depends on what you're coloring and how you color. A person who is heavy-handed or has difficulty holding things, they would need a different pencil than somebody who enjoys coloring really lightly and so needs a high pigment pencil. If you've had a favorite so far in this series, comment below what it has, or comment below your personal in your personal collection, what's your favorite pencil brand to use. There are many brands out there that I haven't tried, so I'm not going to be an expert on everyone. So it's always nice to hear what people are using out there in the coloring community. There, that went really well. Just darken up the corners a little bit. And then this will be done. when you're not stopping to sharpen your pencil, coloring can get done fairly quickly. Hope my hand is not too much in the way. I apologize if it is. Okay, let's zoom you back out a bit. So close your eyes if you're afraid of motion sickness. Okay, I'm going to grab a orange sparkle pop and just jazz up the center a little bit. And I'm just going over top of the brown to just give it a little bit of sparkle. Can't resist. There you go. I would say overall, for less than $3, it's a good deal. I can certainly use these on my Amazon printed books where I don't want to spend a lot of time using my more expensive brands. Will I use them every day? No. However, are they destined for the landfill? Definitely not either. So for the amount of money I paid for them, I'm happy with them. I would like to try some of the other Staedtler lines though. Now that I've tried their cheapest line, I wouldn't mind upgrading a little bit and trying some of their other ones. So thank you for coming and sharing this little bit of time with me today, and I look forward to our next session where we have a few more empty spots here. So until then, have a creative week and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.